I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
Donald Trump's past comments about Sean Diddy Combs are getting new attention. A clip of the former president praising the hip-hop mogul on a 2012 episode of The Celebrity Apprentice has resurfaced in the wake of Diddy's bombshell arrest and indictment on sex trafficking charges. Season 5 contestant Aubrey O'Day touted her time working with Diddy in the 2000s girl group Danity Kane as having prepared her for the business world, prompting Trump to defend the artist and entrepreneur when Aubrey didn't want to discuss the matter further.
I am a very strict and focused businesswoman because working for Diddy for 6 years trained me to have to be perfect.
Working for Diddy?
Absolutely.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. Is he a good guy?
I don't want to answer that question.
Oh, wow. I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
Trump and wife Melania have been photographed with Diddy at multiple high-profile events over the years. Diddy previously complimented Trump in a 2015 interview with the Washington Post amid the politician's first presidential bid, saying at the time, "Donald Trump is a friend of mine and he works very hard."
The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world.
A law firm in Texas says thousands of people have come to them making allegations against Sean Diddy Combs with claims dating back to the 1990s. And this time, the shocking new accusations include alleged victims who say they were minors at the time.
Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. We now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases.
The sex, booze, and drug-fueled freak-offs at the center of the case against Diddy. New reports today claim he spent up to $500,000 per event, which included the mainstream part.
Hey, yo, what's up, yo? It's your boy Diddy.
And for the lurid after-party, even having hundreds of mirrors mounted on the walls and ceilings at one event, everywhere you looked was sex, said the party planner who spoke to Page 6.
In later years, Diddy implemented a curfew for children.
The kids have like an hour left. So get extra comfortable, because this thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all don't want to come to.
What's up, E.T., baby? Hope you're ready for the wildest, longest ride of your lives.
E.T. spent the day with the then 29-year-old who was seemingly proud of the wild reputation surrounding his blowout bashes.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. I said, everybody, come on over to the house.
While it's not a crime to attend a Diddy event, several of the civil lawsuits allege sex crimes occurred during those wild parties.
I've got a lot I can't tell. Can't tell that one either.
The question now could pass attendees like Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Kelly Osbourne, Justin Bieber, and Usher be potentially questioned by federal investigators.
I value the advice that was given to me. Don't be the last one to leave no party. And if you start seeing people leaving in droves, you get out of there.
Video shows Diddy alongside teenage Justin, leaving people to speculate if, at the time, he subjected the pop star to his alleged freak-offs.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Is one claim from an anonymous female plaintiff that she was raped at the age of 13 by Combs and an unnamed male celebrity. According to the filing obtained by E! News, in September 2000, when the plaintiff was 13 years old, she had a friend drop her off at New York's Radio City Music Hall so she could try and sneak into the MTV Video Music Awards. While unable to enter the venue without a ticket, the plaintiff approached several limousine drivers outside the venue, one of whom claimed to work for Combs. According to the suit, the driver, quote, told her that Combs liked younger girls and said she is what Diddy was looking for, and to come back later that evening for an after party. When she returned later, she claims the driver drove her alone to a house where she was asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement, of which she never received a copy. The plaintiff claims she was given a beverage which made her, quote, feel woozy and lightheaded, and that she went into an empty bedroom to lie down. It was there, she claims, that Combs entered with two celebrities, one male and one female. According to the plaintiff, Combs and the male celebrity stripped her of her clothes, and then the male celebrity held her down as he raped her, while Combs and the female celebrity watched. The male celebrity and Combs then allegedly switched, with Combs raping her as the two celebrities watched. The plaintiff claims Combs then attempted to force her to give him oral sex, but that she hit him in the neck and fled the room. After fleeing the party, the plaintiff allegedly reached a gas station where she was able to call her father for help.
Recently resurfaced video from the 2003 MTV Movie Awards shows Sean Diddy Combs inviting then 12-year-old actress Davy Chase to an after party, which has sparked outrage online.
Coming to the after party tonight? Yeah!
Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15.
New allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, and these are some of the most horrific yet. A man says he was just 10 years old when the rapper allegedly drugged and sexually assaulted him during what was supposed to be an audition, sending him back to his parents crying and in pain. The complaint says, quote, after plaintiff consumed his soda and began feeling its effects, Combs told plaintiff to move closer to him, which plaintiff did. Combs then abruptly pushed plaintiff down and said words to the effect of, you have to do some stuff you don't want to do sometimes. Now, the next part of the complaint is just incredibly graphic. I'm not going to repeat it here, but essentially John Doe claims that Combs sexually assaulted him and then he lost consciousness. 10 years old. Quote, when plaintiff awoke, he began crying immediately. Plaintiff's pants were undone, and then he says that his private areas hurt badly. Combs was still present. Plaintiff cried that he wanted to go to his mom and dad. Combs replied that if plaintiff told anyone about what had happened, he would hurt plaintiff's mom and dad badly. Upon plaintiff's return, his parents immediately noticed that he was lethargic and acting differently. Although plaintiff ultimately told his parents what happened, plaintiff and his parents were terrified of the potential consequences of reporting the abuse.
There was something in that other than baby oil. If I would give it a wild guess, it was, and like some of the people told me, it was probably that GHB.
Were Sean Combs' bottles of baby oil potentially laced with a date rape drug? Recent lawsuits against the disgraced rapper raise alarming questions about this disturbing possibility. And during the raids on his properties earlier this year, authorities reportedly seized over 1,000 bottles of baby oil, leaving many to wonder, why did he even have that many bottles in the first place?
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
Diddy Combs has been denied bail in connection with the sexual abuse and sex trafficking charges he faces. And as Les Trent reports, the music mogul who once traveled by private jet to all those mansions is now in a jail that is notorious for its bad living conditions.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs spent his first night behind bars inside a facility that is being called hell on earth. The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn is notorious for its appalling living conditions and rampant violence. How bad is it inside this federal lockup? There have been 2 murders, 4 suicides, and numerous stabbings and lockdowns in recent years. It's so out of control inside that 4 federal judges are reportedly refusing to send any more prisoners here.
According to a new allegation, Donald Trump, former president of the United States, Republican nominee for president currently, was in fact at P. Diddy's freak-off parties. Let's put it up. Now, once again, this is currently an allegation, but according to the new allegations, former President Donald J. Trump has been linked to Sean Diddy Combs and his wild, infamous parties. The claims come from Adria, Sherry English, an adult entertainer who recently filed a civil lawsuit against Combs. English, whose attorneys recently dropped her case, was eager to highlight Trump's presence at these events. While the claims might be shocking to some, Trump's involvement with the hip hop community is not entirely out of the blue. Out of everybody's statement on the record, no one has said Donald Trump did not attend these types of parties.
I've covered this guy now for about 9 or 10 years, I guess 9 years since 2015. And there was a feeling among the people that cover him, as stories that were salacious or scurrilous came out about him, that they would stick to him and they would take him down as they would any candidate for, from alderman all the way up to president. He's proven us wrong. He's proven that these sorts of things don't matter, at least when it comes to Donald Trump, and at least when it comes to that solid base of people that support him. But if you look into how typical this is, right? I mean, it is, and I think you have to hold on to what you just said, Dr. Ritchie, which is, hey, nobody's saying Trump wasn't there. Trump has in the past said, hey, I never met Jeffrey Epstein. And then what do we see? We see photos of Donald Trump with Jeffrey Epstein.
It's common knowledge that Donald Trump was at several of Diddy's parties. Johnny Nunez, who's been the main celebrity photographer of high-end urban parties since the 1990s, told The Hollywood Reporter that one year, Trump flew to the Hamptons in a helicopter to go to Diddy's white after party at Club NV. As you heard earlier, former exotic dancer Adria Sherry English, who claims that she was pimped out by Diddy at his infamous parties, stated that she saw Donald Trump at one of the freak-offs. All that's known for sure right now is that there will be many celebrity names coming out in the upcoming months and years because of legal filings against abusers who attended Diddy's freak-off parties. We also know that in a lot of cases the abuses involved minors. Whether Donald Trump was involved with the freak-off parties or not doesn't really matter. The body of evidence against Trump in regard to Epstein victims, parties he co-hosted with John Casablancas that were mostly minors, and his own legendary parties at the Plaza Hotel, again filled with minors, has not caused him to lose any support from his devoted followers. Even if the most heinous graphic facts came out about Trump at a Diddy party, Trump's followers wouldn't care. They are in a profound state of denial as to his past abuses. In the mind of his followers, none of it ever happened.